Hello and welcome back to Fishing Planet. I'm Ryan, and we are on the road to the rainbow. And our goal we set Wednesday was to get 10 pounds in the keep sale, extra small there, before we leave here. Now I have went ahead and fast forwarded to 7 o'clock because that's when our map showed the fish would really be biting. And we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna fish till we get 10, hopefully. Expect the video to be a little bit shorter today. I apologize for that. I'm hoping to come out with some stuff over the weekend. A little bit of a longer fishing plan over the weekend. So hopefully you won't be too disappointed to see more episodes if this one is a bit shorter. Basically, I'm just running out of time to record today, and I did not want to do what I always have to do, I feel like, is quit in the middle of a fishing trip and then start back over, because our goal today is to get 10, and I wanted to get 10 pounds in the net. So I was thinking a lot about catfishing, mainly due to the story that I was telling at the end of the last episode, which is about when the campground flooded, and my brother and I would scuba dive there when it was only like 2 feet or so deep. Had a lot of fun doing that. But the most important part about that, the reason why there's a picture of it, is because we had one pole between the two of us, and we just put, I think, chicken livers on it. For some reason, I think we were bass fishing, and we just hung up on it. You know, we got a catfish to bite it. But it was probably the biggest catfish we had caught, but by ourselves, 100% at that point. So we reeled her in and got her up on the shore, and then we want to be good conservationists. We both did. So we didn't want to necessarily hurt the fish if we could help it. So my brother, even though our bicycles were sitting right there, ran all the way back to where my dad and my mom was camping at the time, and got in the tackle box and got the pliers because we didn't have them before. And then of course my dad followed us down and helped us get it unhooked, and it was one of the most, I think it's probably one of the first catfishes I can remember actually, like, catching and landing, and it may have been one of the first catfish. We didn't do a lot of catfishing. We didn't do a lot of bluegill, crappie, sunfish, just for fun, and then bass when we were trying to be serious about it. But yeah. So this is we're actually on the road to the rainbow trout. My goal is to fish in Colorado here shortly, but I'd like to earn the money instead of buying the money, and that's going to help. 1.5 in, so it puts us at 9.3 already. I won't leave if the very next fish we catch puts us at 10. We'll catch a little bit more than that, I hope. But it's a beautiful spotted bass. Get the lift and drop going. Yeah. A lot of times I think when you were little or whatever, if you're not familiar, or you see a catfish with those great big whiskers on the front, and you hear people talk about stingers or a catfish getting, there might be a bit of a misconception that those whiskers are what they're talking about, but no, actually it's the dorsal fins. I think it's right. The ambulatory dorsal. I'm not. If you're a fish biologist, let me know. But it's the two fins in the front. They would be like a fish's arms. If we catch fish here, I'll show what I'm talking about. They actually have strong spines on their leading edge of their dorsals, and those things can be quite sharp. And the whiskers just help them see because they're bottom feeders. So maybe not a lot of light down there. Maybe just sort of the muckety muck gets stirred up when they're down there. So the whiskers just help them sort of feel around, give them that extra sensory perception to be good at what they do. But the stingers on the catfish are actually right there on the dorsal fins, and I remember being able to see them at that point with that catfish. We got our picture taken with it, and we released it. I think I have a fish. Yeah, I do. We released it and let it go, and it was a good time. It was a good time. Put it back in the water for somebody else to catch. Oh, it came right up to us. And grass pickerling. Good job. Ah, my son called me. Call him back in just a second. He's with his grandma. Noah, if you're not familiar who I'm speaking with, you can check out the Pit People playthrough we have on our channel. He's helping me do that. He's having a blast with that. Yeah. So, I should have showed you on that pickerling where I was talking about the dorsal fin. And that puts us at 9.95. So we just need to catch a little fish to get what we need to get our chase for the 10. That's not bad. That's not bad. And I think that's why, and we could talk about it in Fishing Planet terms. I think that's why Texas is here, to give you a place where you can catch fish. Now we can catch up to 22 within our cell, so maybe that'll be our goal next time. But I just don't have the time today. Let me know if you've ever filled out your keep net. I'm curious to see what happens if you do. I'm assuming you just can't keep things anymore, or you have to, view keep net, release a few things, catch a few others. That's how I would assume it would work. Oh man, I had a little wiggle there. Why did I reel it in so fast? Oh well. There's that leaf blower again. I didn't recognize that before, so it has to be new. But it is kind of annoying. It doesn't sound like the ambient sounds that you would think you would hear, unless there's like a 65-year-old retired guy next door who does nothing but mow his yard, like at my house. Not anymore. Sadly, he's no longer with us. But when I first moved in and bought my house, I was doing my best to take care of my yard, and man, my neighbor, he was a really nice guy, very, very helpful, but he would mow his yard every 2 days and just make my yard look even worse. Okay, show the dorsal, show the fins I'm talking about. Show the fins I'm talking about. Here we go. All right. So right here, it's these fins on a catfish. These fins on a catfish is what would have the spines. So that's what you'd watch out for. A lot of times people hold them back here by the gills or right in the mouth. They don't really have teeth to speak of. So if you get a good grip on the bottom jaw, and this is going to do it. That's 10 pounds, 10.7. We'll throw a few more casts in here just so this video is not only 7 minutes long. But really, I'm anxious to see how much money we earn from it, and that's going to be the sort of the juxtaposition of this particular episode. I wanted to see, take how much money we earn divided by the number of pounds of fish we caught, see if it's different, if we can come up with a pound per pound value, or if the size of the fish is the size of the fish is what really matters, is what I mean to say. I hate to leave now. We just time traveled to the best fishing time of the day, but yeah, I mean, I can do division at 12 pounds as well as I can do 10 pounds. So, there we go. Set the hook. Hook set. Okay. All this catfish talk, though, made me want to try to catch some catfish. Yep. 1.4 more pounds into the kitty. So this guy gives us $110 right now. Is that what's tabulated at the end of the game? I would assume that's what's tabulated. I keep hitting my microphone. That's what's tabulated at the end of the game. So spotted bass at this length and at this weight is worth 110. But is that a flat poundage? Like if I divide 1.4 by this amount, can I find out how much money I'm going to earn by each fish? Because that would help sort of explain, and I got 15 experience for this. That would help explain or sort of goal setting if you're trying to, like we are, we're on the road to the rainbow. That would help us sort of define how many pounds of fish we need to catch each time in order to turn a profit. Maybe that's supposed to be the wind, because it is 2.7. I'm not sure. see if we catch a fish here. Oh, yep, sure did. Right there when you let go of the drop. Right there when it starts to fall down. When you pull back up, sometimes there's a fish there. And we're reeling him right into us. Probably another grass, I'm guessing. Let's see here. Nope, another spotted bass. Okay, so this was 1.3. It's worth $4 less. $4 less. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to keep it. Okay, that puts us at 13.5 pounds. We're going to go ahead and call it a day now. And I know I could catch some more. We're doing really good. And maybe that's what I just want to see what we got. So we had 13.9 pounds. We're going to leave. Yes, we are. We got 1,000. Okay, so I'm glad we stayed because our goal was to get $1,000. We were able to get $1,000 for 13 pounds, which means, using the calculator here, 13 pounds. My phone's immediately getting text messages. Means that we earned almost $79 per pound. And I know there was a few more pounds in that. So $79 per pound. So, okay, well that makes sense. I mean, we could tabulate that, just as such. That puts us up to $3,000, which means if on the road to the rainbow, that's going to cover our travel expenses. We still need to buy our license, and we still need to probably tackle up a little bit in order to get those fish. So we're going to probably do another day of fishing in the Lone Star Lake next time. And again, that might be Saturday live stream is sort of what we're thinking about. Mike, the guy who does the podcast with me, is really anxious to get in here and do some fishing together. We've done some stuff off camera, but we haven't really had enough time to sit down and really get started. So we're going to try to get that organized either sometime this week or sometime next weekend. And then we're going to fish a little bit together at the Lone Star Lake. I'm going to help him hopefully catch a few fish because he's even further behind than I am. And then hopefully we'll tackle up together. And maybe if we have enough time and make enough money, we can go to Mudwater River together because he was the guy that figured out a lot of those spaces for me when I first started. So I'd like to go back and fish there with him. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's a short video, about 12, 13 minutes or so, but I really do appreciate the Fishing Planet following, or the you guys that are watching the videos. Make sure you give them a like, leave a comment down below and what you want to see more of. Tips that I may need to know before I get to Colorado would be incredibly helpful. Gear to buy before I get to Colorado would be incredibly helpful. You can message me down below in the comment section, or you can hit me up on Twitter at BuffaloCast. Check out the rest of our podcast content at BuffaloBrotherhood.com. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next time.